might be wondering what this pile of mess is and why I'm making you look at my pile of mess outside my garden. Well, this particular pile of mess represents a few of several invasive species of weeds that are in my area, two specifically, multiflora rose and oriental bittersweet. And like I said, that's just two of many. We're really getting invaded lately with Japanese knotweed, which is a humongous problem and probably going to be worse than even these two in terms of control. And we have others coming along too. It's a really sad situation that's starting to disrupt the ecosystem, or rather I should say has been disrupting the ecosystem for several years. But what I wanted to talk about today is, as hard as these are to control and as much of a losing battle as that often seems that it is, don't give up the fight. Keep cutting these back. Even if they're coming back and you're having to keep coming at them, the persistence will eventually pay off. Now, this particular patch, still obviously needs some work, but I've been fighting them in this patch for years. But these blueberry bushes over here, a few years ago, they were nubs, not doing anything at all. And that was because they were really overrun with bittersweet and some of the other invasives we have around here. But one key thing is to get these before they go to seed. We can see there's some buds and early hips on here, but none of this is mature. I've gotten it early enough. Those seeds are not something that's going to spread because there's not going to be birds eating them. So that's your number one control, is keep at that, keep cutting it back. Eventually, the farthest you can cut it back and cut it back to the ground, eventually if you keep up at it, you will starve them out because they have to have the leaves to photosynthesize. But also, more importantly, limiting that spread by not creating more food for the wildlife. Now, I know that sounds a little bit cruel because we all want to support birds and pollinators and wildlife in our area, but invasives aren't the way to do it. If we get rid of these invasives, keep up with them, stop them from going to seed, and stop them from forming mature fruits and berries like rose hips and berries that birds will then eat and spread further, then we can do a little part to help control those. So, get out there, get your cutters going, keep at it. There are some more aggressive ways to deal with your invasives that involve largely, we hate to say it, but like glyphosates, painting the stumps and stubs with that. But, it is a very targeted approach that is not going to do as much harm as a widespread foliar spray. So that's something to consider too. Hop on over to the article, take a read through, see what tips we have for you there, and I wish you the best of luck in the control of invasives in your area.